and we have ourselves an amazing running belt. The water carrying capacity of the Ultimate Direction. I have the comfort and the storage of the Compressport Pro. Hey rabbits, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. The longer the distances you're running, the more stuff you need to carry. Water, gels, salt, phone, vest, survival blanket and blister cream, just to name a few. To carry all that rappity hippity hop, you have two options: running vests and running belts. Although running vests are in a lot of situations the way to go, I have experimented a lot over the past few months with running belts because I feel they have a lot of advantages. Of course, there are a lot of belts out there, but my personal favorite are the Compressport Free Belt Pro and the Ultimate Direction Ultra Belt 5.0. So in this video, I'm going to compare the two, which one I prefer for which situations, and you gotta stick around because at the end of this video, I'm sharing a super valuable bonus tip if you are training for a race. Now let's get into it. So the criteria I'm going to base my comparison on is water carrying capacity, comfort, overall storage, and price point. So for me, the most important problem a running belt needs to solve is how to carry water. Because if water is the only thing you're giving me to run an ultra marathon, I will still be able to finish. All the other stuff is for extra comfort and extra security. So water for me is the most important point. And the Ultimate Direction belt is really great for that. So you have two compartments on both sides that are specifically designed to carry water. You can get it nice and tight on both sides, just like so. And now with this Velcro system that's much better than any latches, you can get it nice and tight onto the hips. And as a result, those water bottles, they nicely sit on top of your ass. This is the gluteus medius. It's a muscle that's on top of your big butt muscle, which is the gluteus maximus. And when I run, I feel like it's very secure. It doesn't flop around too much. As you can see, it doesn't move around at all. For the Compresssport Pro, even though you can put a lot of water bottles in there because there's a lot of space all around your hips, I found that when you run with it, I felt that they are much less secure and they can wobble around much easier than with the other belt. So for water carrying capacity, my point goes to the Ultimate Direction. After carrying water, the most important point for me personally when I'm running ultras or marathons is comfort. Running is uncomfortable enough, let's try to make the belt as comfortable as possible. And the Compressport belt is without a doubt the most comfortable running belt that I've ever worn. Okay, it has this elastic mesh that hugs your hips all around and that is super comfortable in any situation. Even when it's wet, I've ran in this in pouring rain and I never had a blister, never had a rash on my tummy. That was the case with the other belt. Because this latch system can kind of rub on your skin and irritate over time, especially if you're sweating. So comfort goes to the Compressport Pro. Now the third point is overall storage capacity. Now obviously depending on where you run and also which race you participate in, it is necessary, even mandatory, to carry more items around, like a headlamp or a survival blanket or an extra long sleeve vest, for example. So storage is also very important when it comes to racing. And I have to say that because this belt is so large, as you can see, it's very wide, there is a lot of stuff that goes in there. Just to give you an example, I'm putting all the stuff that I have on this table, even the water, I'm chucking all of this in right now. Sunglasses, headlamp. And as you can see, all of it fits, okay? I put a huge amount of stuff in there that would take off all my running vest if I had it. And the very nice thing is that this is now hugging my hips and is not moving around too much. Except the water, because the water is heavy, it will wobble around a little bit, but all the rest is very nice and tight around my hips now. Now on top of that you have two things. You have the ability to attach a race bib directly onto the belt, which is always cool. And in the back you have something to attach your poles if you have any. The Ultimate Direction, as we've discussed before, is more designed to carry water. And if you fill up both compartments with water bottles, you don't have that much space left for other stuff. I wouldn't be able to fit all this rappity hippity hop in this belt. You do have a nice zip pocket here that is nice and secure and really useful for something like a smartphone and you don't want to lose it. And you have some elastic bands on top where you can attach something like a long sleeve or a rain jacket. But overall, I have to give it to the Compresssport Pro. Now, last point is pricing. And here in Europe, you can get the Compresssport Pro for about 40 to 45 euro plus delivery. And the Ultimate Direction is at about 60 to 70 euro plus delivery. The Compresssport Pro is a bit cheaper and wins this point as well. Now, who's the winner? If we look at all this criteria, we have to give it to the Compresssport Pro. Although I do want to point out one important thing, is that the Ultimate Direction won in the most important category, okay? So at the end of the day, if you're running somewhere where it's very hot and you need to carry a lot of water, I would go with this one. If you're training for a half marathon and you have 8 stations on the way, then I would go with the Compresssport Pro. But now let's get to my bonus tip. So what I really love to do is now combining both belts. So let me show you. So if you first put on the Compresssport Pro, you put all the stuff that you don't really need, but you need to carry it because of the security. You put all of that stuff in there. Your headlamp, you only need that at night. Don't need this right now. Some salt tabs and extra gels. And let's say an external battery just in case. And now we take the Ultimate Direction belt with all the water in it. And we have ourselves an amazing running belt because we have so much stuff now in here. It's super comfortable because this Velcro system now latches onto the belt below, so it doesn't rub on your skin. And I found it to be amazingly comfortable and versatile when you're running long distances. So with that, I have the water carrying capacity of the Ultimate Direction. I have the comfort and the storage of the Compresssport Pro. The only thing is, obviously, you need to get both, so it's a little bit more expensive. That was it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.